this is Hrudai from the US.
This is Vatsa from India. This is VHDTV.
Yes. So how is it there?
It's good. It's Sunday. No more rain. It's bright. So I'm in fact planning to go out, meet few friends and have a breakfast. Idlis.
Yeah. That's good. I love. So yeah.
I know. There's a place called Malleshwaram here. It's called Veena Stores. We're probably going there, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, go ahead.
Today's topic is ultimate shelf life.
Ultimate shelf life?
Yes.
Okay, I know shelf life. Okay, but what's ultimate about it?
So shelf life is the time some food or something stays on the shelf.
Right.
So basically the expiry date.
Right.
But there is one food, edible that has an ultimate shelf life. So it never spoils.
Is it water?
No, water can't spoil fungi.
Okay. Ultimate food that it has, let me think, give me another opportunity. Let's see. It should be dry, I assume, because anything that is dry. Some kind of breads which they dry it thin, like flaky thing. Is that the one? Okay, I don't know.
Honey.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So even though honey has such a, it is a paste. It's really a paste. So honey is in the natural form in bees hives. It's stored in
the beehives.
Combs.
Yeah, combs.
Honey combs.
Hexagonal combs, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So they it stays there for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens is basically it's very, very bacteria and spoil resistant. Why? Because of its sugar, low water level, and pH.
Okay.
Let's first talk about pH. So do you know what pH is?
Yeah, acidic and base. But go ahead.
Yeah. So this pH is really pretty low. It's 3 pH to 3 to 4 pH. So it's pretty low. Yeah. So that means that bacteria will kind of, you know how if we put our hand in sulfuric acid, it sizzles. Well, that's pretty much the same thing that happens to these bacteria that tried to spoil it. And fungi.
You know, right? Water pH is 7. So anything lower than that is acidic, and anything higher than that is base.
So
it is acidic. Okay. Yeah.
An example of extreme acid is battery acid. So it's maybe not that high, but it is pretty high.
High enough. Oh, got it.
To spoil to not prevent it from spoiling.
Right.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is dehydrated. It's really low in water. Right. Even though it's pasty, it's much less water than the bacteria or fungi needs to live and survive. So it's pretty low. I think it's 14% water. I think I read that somewhere. 14% water. So that's actually pretty low for the life of the bacteria and fungi. So they can't live on that. It's actually pretty much a lower water level than the thing that's inside.
Right.
The bacteria.
Right. So because that's like the process of diffusion. Process of diffusion is a flow from higher concentration to a lower concentration. So if the bacteria contains more water, than its ecosystem, then it has to give away the water, right? Through the permeable membrane, the water would start leaking. So that's why it has to live or survive in an environment which has more water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
So
that. Yeah.
then adding on to that, there's sugar, which is really bad. Because because first of all, sugar is seriously dry. You know that. It doesn't have very much hydration. It's pretty dehydrated. So again, what you said, the water will leak out. But the sugar forces the bacteria to leak out. Right. So it sucks the bacteria's water out. So that ultimately kills the bacteria.
True.
So since this honey is pretty, it's sweet. So sugar has to have it. Has to be in it. There's this word for it. It's called hygroscopic. So that means that it sucks out water from the bacterias.
Okay.
So that's why it doesn't spoil. And then there is molasses, which is pretty much what is that word again? Hygroscopic. I should remember that word. Hygroscopic. So molasses is kind of acidic, but very much less than honey. So it does have a shelf life, an end, but it's considerably long because it too is hygroscopic. So that makes it suck out the bacterias.
Got it.
Yeah, again, but it does have a shelf life.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see, another example is, of course, we typically try to extend the shelf life of any food item by using sugar syrup. The best example is maybe donut is a good example because you do a sugar coating around it.
Yeah.
How about jamun or rasgulla, Indian sweets, which is pretty much floating in sugar syrup, and that increases the shelf life of the food.
Yeah, because it is hygroscopic.
Because it is hygroscopic. Okay, hygroscopic. Yeah, I'll remember that word. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, what I learned, and you probably also learned, is that hygroscopic foods and foods that are high in sugar are bad for us, but they're not bad for the shelf.
Right. But I have a different thought here. Actually, high sugar food is actually good for us, for human beings. That's why humans crave to have sugar. But the problem is the way we mass produce and make food, right, has evolved rapidly when compared to the way the body works. Because back in those days, sugar was very important, right? Because people were hunter-gatherers, they were just roaming all the day, so they need high energy, and sugar is like such a beautiful packet of energy which gives you instantaneous energy, right?
So that's why there's something called sugar high.
Sugar high. I mean, yes. I don't know if it is true or not, the sugar high thing, but definitely it gives you instantaneous energy. So people used to, and in those good old days, there was no idea of no method to make high concentrated sugar, because the best sugar that they could get is from a sugar cane or some kind of a fruit. I think the highest concentration was available through or in the form of honey, right?
Yeah.
And they were okay to eat it because they had to burn it, because they were just roaming all the time. They were physically super active. Now with our sedimentary life, that sugar is not going to be burnt, so it gets accumulated and causes issues. So sugar is good if you can burn it.
Yes. So okay, let me reword it. Sugar is good for us, but it's even better for the shelf life because that's what I learned today, and I also learned the word hygroscopic. Yeah.
No. Maybe I want to reword it once again. Let's see whether you like this or. Sugar is good for us conditionally, but it's good for shelves unconditionally. It's like unconditional love.
Oh, so it happens all the time.
Yeah, right. That's what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah, I like that better.
All right. Thank you so much. It's Saturday night. Any plans to watch a movie or something?
Oh yes. We're gonna watch The Half-Blood Prince. Awesome. And the talk about honey rose from granola.
Okay.
So we were making granola this morning.
Awesome.
And my mom was like, "Quick, add the honey. The oven is preheated." So Amma was like, "Add the honey quick. We have to stir it up quickly." So I also wanted to tell you that honey is a non-Newtonian liquid.
Okay. What does it
So
mean?
do you know what? So that means that a Newtonian liquid acts normally. So it acts in all the ways that we predict liquid. It flows, it fits into
like
thing.
Milk, juice, water, everything is okay, predictable liquid. Yeah.
But non-Newtonian liquids are not predictable. The best example is oobleck, or starch mixed with water.
Okay.
Cornstarch mixed with water.
We call it as ganji. In Kannada, it's ganji. Yeah.
So if you press it, it becomes like a solid. But if you be smooth to it, it just becomes a liquid. Then it becomes like a paste other times. So it's really weird. So honey, we were having trouble getting honey out of the bottle, and I remembered a non-Newtonian liquid.
Perfect. Awesome. So did you have fun making granola?
Oh yes. You made it too. Yeah, it's fun. It's awesome.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. I enjoyed this topic.
Yeah. Bye.
Right. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Go VHDTV.
Go!